You master the art of disciplining yourself when it comes to money and saving your money, and keep reminding yourself on the why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? Think of the bigger picture. Those small baby steps, those small increments of money after every paycheck, you're putting $50 aside. Every paycheck will accumulate to a bigger number, to the bigger picture of why you're doing that. Hello, you guys. This is Bree, TripleB'z. Welcome back to my channel. We're gonna be just discussing some things today. I know I've been gone for a long while. Honestly, I don't think nobody really noticed, but I've been gone for a minute, and I'm back and I'm better. I'm at a better place where I was at than my last video. Now today. Now, I know a lot of people, the reason why you click on this video is because you're trying to see what things you may need or may need to do before you make a big move, or you probably realize that you need to get some things done when you already had moved out of your parents' home or your mother, your dad's home. With me, I moved out of my mom's home with my siblings, of course. And there were some things that I realized that was essential for when you move that I didn't thought about or didn't really, I guess, paid attention to, or I kind of just brushed off to the side, which don't do that. Because when it's time to do things last minute, no, you don't want to do that. So you guys, I had wrote some notes down. If you see me looking on the side or if you see me looking around, I wrote some notes down. The first thing on the list, I'm pretty sure you all know, is financing. You need the money to move out, right? Now, I would say you at least should have 3 months worth of rent. Now, if you're a single person, or depending on which state, which borough, or which side of the part of the country you move to, rent varies. Like in New York City, in Brooklyn, if you buy a 1-bedroom apartment, a studio apartment, it's already an easy, a studio 500 square feet apartment is easy through $1,300. Compared to if you move upstate New York, that's where I'm at now, I'm in upstate, your rent for like a 2-bedroom is less than that. Sometimes $900, $1,000. No, don't get no ideas of moving here now. Do not get no ideas of moving upstate, because y'all gonna increase my rent. But just keep in mind that depending on which borough, which part of the country you're in, whatever, it's good. Rent and money is gonna vary. But I would say at least try to save, accumulate $3,500. And that may be hard because some of y'all is probably helping your mom out with rent, or bills are just so tight, or you have a job that isn't paying you as much. Let's face it, a lot of us have a lot of 9-to-5s or a lot of retail work. I mean, I work at retail. I have no shame about that. I don't care. It's a way, it's an honest living. You understand? So I just feel as if, and I know that it is important to put at least $20 aside per paycheck, $50 aside. I believe practicing how to save, and I'm still working on that. Well, once you master the art of disciplining yourself when it comes to money and saving your money, and keep reminding yourself on the why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? Think of the bigger picture. Those small baby steps, those small increments of money after every paycheck, you're putting $50 aside. Every paycheck will accumulate to a bigger number, to the bigger picture of why you're doing, right? I would say at least have $3,500 in your account. Try to save at least $2,000. But you need to have money backed up in that account, and you need to also think about getting and having an emergency fund. $1,000 in the emergency fund. So $2,000 to $2,500 in, the savings, the emergency funds, like your savings, at least $1,000. Now, the second thing, and oh my gosh, I didn't thought about this, I didn't know about this, which I wish that I did, is your insurance, health insurance. Your health insurance. When I moved up here from the city, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I had a Brooklyn the borrowers insurance thing. I never knew I did because my mother, she was the one that had in control of my insurance. She was, I was on a family plan with her. When I moved up here, none of the doctor's offices took my insurance at all. I had Health First. Now, the closest office that was taking Health First was in Rochester. That's like a 2 to 4 hour ride from my house, from where I'm at, So, health insurance is very important. When you move to wherever you decide to move, you need to make sure that your area, if you don't want to change your insurance plan, has your insurance plan. Don't just go upsy daisy, then boom, sudden emergency happens, whatever the case is.
What I realized the day that I knew that they couldn't take my insurance was when I was in the ER. I was hospitalized and they said, oh, they don't take Health First. Huh? The fact you don't take Health First? I had to pay for a whole medical bill.
Anyways, trust. Health insurance, you need to make sure that you're on top of that. And then sometimes the process for health insurance is long to get it. Some people it varies. Some people could get their insurance done within the same day. Others it takes weeks to months. It took me a couple of months to get my insurance at a certain standing ground. And to get insurance, that's a whole different story for another day. But yes, health insurance is very important. I want you guys to prioritize that. Out of all things, that needs to be prioritized because anything could happen to you. And you don't want just anything or... That's my cat. Let me show you first. Well, this is my sister's cat. My cat is actually on the floor acting like he's dying of dehydration. He's so dramatic. Hold on. Come, baby. Let the people see you, baby. Look at her. Want to sing for the thing? For the mic? Okay. All right, baby. All right. I'm going to respect your wishes. I'm not going to hold you against your will.
She rude. Disrespectful. She scratched me.
Number 3, the third thing on the list that you need to make sure that you get done, that I wish that I knew when I moved out, which I'm pretty sure this is common sense for everybody. Changing your postal mail. Go to the postal office, change your address so all your mail gets sent to your home, your new home. For the first month, all of my mail was being sent to my mother's house, and like my bills, certain things from my school, because I was doing like an online program at the time, and certain things that I needed to fill out and get done, it was being sent to my mama's house, not the home that I was in now. So make sure when you are settled, once you get your term and your lease and everything is written down with your signatures and everything, make sure you change your postal mail to your new address. Make sure you change it, because then now your mama or whoever it is, your parent or whoever you lived with at the time, or if anything, you probably lived by yourself, and then you moved to a different place, you just forget. Your new neighbors have your old mail. Listen, I don't trust people. I trust my parents, but I don't trust random people now. People will just open your mail, look through your stuff. You have a bill, okay, and it has your card numbers, your social security, or you have important documentations come in from, like, let's say the department brew or passport companies or whatever. You know, like you never know. You just never know. Court. Those things are very important. So, postal mailing, get that done. Get that done. It needs to get done. The fourth thing on the list is transportation. Transportating. How are you getting from point A to point B? Or point A to point C to point B to point A? You know, so if you have a car, that's great. Awesome. Make sure wherever you go has parking. Make sure wherever you go, you don't have to worry about space for your vehicle. As for me, I come from the city where we didn't need a car. We didn't need anything. We rode the bus, the trains. We had city bikes. We didn't need to bus or worry about a car. A car in the city was more of a headache than it was more of a con than a pro in the city. But when you move to a certain region, so when you move to certain places and whatnot, from where you had moved prior, could be a different type of setting. Like with me, I grew up around buses, trains, city bikes, all that stuff, Ubers, Lyfts. I moved upstate, there's buses and all, but it's not the city. You know, over here you rely more on car work, driving. A 5-minute car ride is literally an hour-minute walk from where I'm at. So, with all that being said, transportation is important. Look at the area where you're moving in, see what you need. And if you don't have a vehicle, you need to make sure that wherever you move to has transportation, because you don't want to keep spending your money on Uber. So that's what I was doing. I blew up so much money to spend it on Ubers, getting to point A to point B. One time I went to the beauty supply store. Girl, I went to the beauty supply store and they talking about it's $20 to get there. I'm like, so I spent $20 to just go 10 minutes by car to go to the beauty supply store. Brought my goodies, all my stuff, like my lashes, my little beautify thing, beautifications. And then when it was time for me to go home, a $15 Uber. So I just spent $35 that I could have saved in my pocket, that could have been put into the food in my household, or towards a light bill, or towards anything else that I could have needed that $35 for. I spent it on a 10-minute Uber ride there and back. And that was the cheapest one that I ever gotten for Uber, is going to the beauty supply store. So keep all of that in mind. So transportation is very important. If you're gonna move somewhere and you're a city girl, a city boy, and you're moving to a more suburb, more calm area, more whatever area, or even if it's the opposite, make sure you do your research on transportation and which part of wherever you going to live in, what it offers, what it provides. So the fifth thing on the list is being patient and just live in the moment. Now, people don't talk about this, but there will be times where you're getting impatient, like, you just want, let's say you just want a bed frame now, you just want this, you just want that now, or you just want your apartment now, or you just want to get a job, like, off the rip. Like, getting a job, I feel as if you should make sure that you should have somewhat down packed when you come. But sometimes, a lot of the times, it doesn't happen that way. But me, it did never happen that way. I wasn't working for about a month to 6 weeks when I had first moved. So I was living off of whatever I had left in my account. And what I can say is taste, feel, smell, roll, tug, be joyful, cry, frustration, calm, peace. I'm just naming things, but these things I feel as if it's really essential to this part of you. It goes into you entering the wilderness. Matthew 4, verse 1 to 11. It talked about Jesus entering the wilderness when he entered the desert for 40 days and 40 nights. I feel as if within that book of Matthew, when you read and you take notes of, yes, baby. Yes, baby. When you take note of certain things, there's always a calm before a storm. And after the storm, there may be disaster, but then peace will come again. I want you to live in the moment. Live in the moment. Be grateful for whatever situation that you're in, even if it seems so like it's horrible. Oh my God, this sucks. This happened to me. That happened to me. And etc. I want you to live in that moment. Feel what you feel. And then try to enjoy the process, because that is moving to a new home. Whether if you have nothing in your pockets or you have thousands of dollars in your pockets. There's a beauty in solitude. And I feel as if it's a different journey of you loving on yourself too once you move. Whether you move out of your parents' home, or you move out of your boyfriend or your girlfriend, or you have a divorce, or you were just living somewhere and you were like, you know, whatever, or you was in a shelter home and you finally got a place for yourself, or in foster care and you got... I'm sorry, you guys. My phone said the iPhone was filled to the rim, so I'm on Snapchat recording the rest of this video. But whether you was in a foster home and you moved and you got your own place, or in a shelter home, whatever the case is, we all are one vessel, and this is our temple, and this is our life. I believe in each and every one of you guys, and I know for a fact that you will make it out of this. You will be strong. You will make it out of this, and you will make it through it. No weapons shall form against me. Weapons will form against me, but it will not prosper. It will not prosper. Jesus with me all the time, and Jesus is with you. I love you, my brothers and sisters. I'm just so irked that my camera died. Like, my camera really died. Like, it didn't die, but like my iPhone said storage was too full. When I cleared out 15 gigabytes, damn lies. But with all this being said, y'all have a good one. And I love you guys. And I'll talk to you guys soon. And I will be here and more active and more in tune with you all. All right, I'll see you guys soon.